and welcome. I'm your host, Katie Hacker. Designer and inventor Jill MacKay is here to help us change up our style today on beads, baubles, and jewels. Hey, Jill.
Hi, Katie.
I'm loving this project because you could wear it with anything.
You can, and it gives you lots of choices, which is great for your style.
Yeah, let's take a look. So it has a little secret here.
It does. It has interchangeable components that snap on and off.
Very cool.
So we've just put the snaps on the base shape, and that allows you to use as many different colors and snaps as you'd like to use.
All right, well, I always love working with you. What are we doing today?
Well, we're going to use this roller machine to cut leather. So first we're going to cut the background shape and use the thicker leather. So you put it with the blade shape up.
And this is magnetic, so it stays right where you want it.
It is,
That's
so
cool.
it stays exactly where you want it.
Okay.
You put the leather face down, and then you put a cutting pad on top, and you just roll it through. It's so simple. It doesn't really even take much effort.
And there are a lot of different patterns that you can use too.
There's a whole line. So that's the base shape. Let's cut one more time.
Okay.
Let's use this pretty gold in a flower shape. So again, you put the die cutting side up, leather face down, cutting pad on top, send it through. Come on back.
Perfect. Nice.
Yes, it is nice.
All right.
Now, I've already cut out the other shapes, but we're going to go to some gluing.
Okay.
This out of the way. And we just want to tack the flowers on. And I'm using a specific water-based leather glue. And I actually want the petals to be able to be free, so I'm not gluing just in the center. It's the only place I'm going to put any glue.
So you'll just tack them down?
Yeah, so then when we go to put the snap in, the flower doesn't move around. So
okay.
It's helpful. Let's do another one. Just in the
So
middle.
you can layer these up now. It looks like you just have 2 layers per flower, is that right?
Yes, because if we have any more than that, it's going to be too thick to put the snap on.
Okay.
So while those are drying, let's go ahead here and work on, where is my hole punch? Here it is. This is a rotary hole punch, and we're going to put it on the larger hole.
Okay.
And we're going to make the holes.
Oh, for hanging the sides?
That's right. We're going to do a cute little attachment. So we make one hole there, one here. And then we need to make holes in these little flowers that are going to become part of the attachment. So.
Okay.
And the hole has got to be big enough for the shank of the rivet, but not too big that it's loose and spins around.
All right.
Okay. You also want to cut 2 pieces of this lovely saddle tan, about 3 inches each, and we're going to put holes in both ends of these.
Oh, okay, so that's going to create the hanger. I see.
Yeah, we're going to make a little bitty loop.
You know, that's a good idea for making any kind of bail.
Make that shorter. Yeah, a leather bail. I like to create things that haven't been created before.
That's right.
It's my job.
We like to see what you're up to.
Thank you. It's fun. Okay, so I have all my holes punched. Now I'm going to take a rivet, a crystal rivet, and I'm going to start with the flower. And you just want to put the rivet through, and it's got little crowns on it, so it likes to fight you a little bit. And then this first one, you want to have the good side of the lace up, and you stack that on the back as well. Work it through, and then you're going to go through the base of the main base here.
Okay.
Again, you work it through, and you're going to make a loop. So you'll bring that lace right back around and put it through. Now you work it pretty good, so all the prongs are showing, right?
Okay.
Then we don't want it there, so we're going to wiggle it around.
Just
so
swivel.
It's right. You just want to make it so it's in a nice place, so when you add the leather cording, it's going to work. So that's ready to go. Now we're going to change out. We're going to go from a riveting, the tool that set the snap. These have interchangeable heads. So we're going to just remove these die heads.
Okay.
And this is a a cup that's the same size as the rivet. You just screw it in like this. It's pretty simple to do.
All right.
This is my new favorite tool besides this.
We all have our favorites.
We do. And then the bottom just drops in and you tighten it up.
Easy.
Okay, so this is the back of the rivet. There's two sides, and you always want to leave the side with the texture facing up.
Okay.
Then you take your stack. You place the rivet up in the cup and just press. Okay, so now we're going to set the snaps that make it interchangeable. Once again, we're going to change out our head. We have to unscrew this. So each part of the clasp, the snap has two pieces, and each half of the snap has two different heads. So this is a really versatile tool.
Well, yeah, and I didn't realize there were 4 heads for each snap, so
Yeah.
I just had 2.
Oh.
And you only get half a snap then.
No, you don't really get
That's
it to
not gonna
attach
work.
very well. So then we're just going to put this on, tighten it up.
Okay.
Okay, then this little crown-like, we're going to place it on the bottom. And then for this snap, you see the part that's sticking up, there's a hole here and it just goes straight up in there. But if this falls off, just get a different one because it needs to stay up there so you can have your hands free.
Okay.
Then we're just going to place it, get it where you want. You can lift the jaws up and down, and then you just squeeze.
All right. Perfect. That was easy.
It's a very nice, clean way to go.
Yeah. It's great for this thickness of leather, too.
It is. So let's show you how to set one of the female half. So we're going to change out the die heads once again.
Okay. So this will be the front part that shows
This is
on
the
the
beautiful,
outside.
yeah. So this one enables you to use the crystal snaps. It has a little bit of a give. Drop that down in there, tighten it up.
Okay.
Once again, we'll slip this on. Gotta unscrew it a little
Okay.
so it fits all the way up.
Yeah, you got to make sure your tool is assembled here.
There we go. Then tighten it up. And this time, we're going to take the female part, and you want to put the flat side up. Now this time there's a little nib sticking out that this is going to fit onto. And again, if it falls off, just get a different one. You see how that snapped right on?
Right.
Go. So what I like to do is to go ahead and put the pretty part here right where I want it. So I'm ensuring that it's going to be centered. And then when I press it so it sticks a little bit, and then you just turn it over, lay it face down into the die.
Okay.
And squeeze. Now, this is 2 thicknesses of leather, so I'm just going to turn it a little bit, squeeze it again, and really make sure it's on there.
Okay.
So
Hey, look at that.
I know, now watch how easy that is.
All right.
So,
Nice. So then you could add other pieces to this one too, right?
you can. Now I have one where the snaps are all on.
Okay.
We're going to add the leather cord.
All right, so finishing out the sides.
That's right. So you just string through the leather loop that you made. And then you even out your cord.
It's another way to bring in some more color too.
It is. I
Or you
love
could use
the
ribbon or
choices.
chain or whatever.
You really could. And you just wire wrap. Now, most of the time when I wire wrap, I use my pliers, but when you're wire wrapping the cord, I find it simple enough to do like this.
That is.
So I'm going to go around about 6 times, and then I'm going to make sure that my wires both end on the back, so they're hidden.
Okay. You
And
could
then-
even tuck them in between if you need to.
Yes, you sure could. And then just snap it off.
All right.
The next step, and I love these findings. So there's 2 holes that you just glue the cord right into. It makes it so easy. So I like to use a gel. May I have this?
Of course.
Thank you. Put a little bit out in your dish. Then I just use a piece of wire. And instead of dipping the ends in, and that would risk getting glue all over the finding, I'm just going to take the glue and tuck it in like this.
That's a good tip. You know, we've been doing a lot of leather on this series, and we have not done this.
Well, there you go. So you straighten out your cords so it's laying right and not twisted, and just insert the leather into the finding like that.
That's pretty simple.
It is simple. And then let's do the other one.
Okay. Yeah, that is a really great tip for using your wire for that.
Okay, once again, I want to get my cords straight. It's just
Ta-da!
so simple.
It's easy.
You let that dry.
Okay.
So we're going to let that, oops, that one came out. But you let it dry, and then to put your clasp on, you just use jump rings.
So here's a finished one right here. You
That's
can just
right.
see it linking here. And here's another place where you could make a design choice and
You
pick
really
a decorative
definitely
clasp
could.
that goes
I
with your
obviously
piece.
was into the bronze, but
Yeah, that's a nice one, and it would lay flat against the neck. Well, let's talk a little bit, or take a look at how this is going to look once we switch it up. So we could do something like this one day, and then we could switch it out the next.
that's right.
Add some different ones.
And you see that we have different clasps too. There's a big crystal, and then
Oh, yeah,
this
we
one has
do.
multi-crystals. So
Nice. So just looking for different kinds of crystal snaps.
That's
I love
right.
that. It snaps together. It's a snap.
It's a snap.
Let's take a look at this necklace too. This is fun. I like the layered look of this.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't have thought to put the chain through the holes, so you made this kind of like a button.
That's exactly right.
So you really kind of have buttons and
It's
snaps.
super simple. And then this is also is an interchangeable, though. This one only has one snap. And you can also do bracelets and pendants.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this pendant right here.
Yeah. Now, if you'll notice on this one, it even has I've got some very thin lambskin here, so you can even do more interchangeable components. So it's just fun to do.
Well, also, I stole one of your samples and whipped up a little something here.
You did a great job.
Hey,
It looks
thanks.
great. The bezel, that particular bezel fits the dies, and it's just so simple. Cut it out, put it in the bezel, you're ready to roll.
The paisley shape, you mean? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like the way it looks with my shirt.
I do too.
Let's talk about your bracelets too.
Okay.
So last season, you showed us how to make a floral cuff.
I did.
So this flower cuff, on the end here, just leave it, and then we'll be able to see it just perfectly there.
Okay.
Has those big snaps, big crystal
Right.
snaps in the middle.
That's right.
So people could look to the bracelet from last season and now make it with snaps.
That's
Make
correct.
it interchangeable.
Make it interchangeable.
Yeah, that's
so there's
so
three
cool.
snaps on there. That's
All
right.
right. And then the necklace there, the blue necklace, has a piece that's laying over the top. It's like a filigree.
That's right. It's a beautiful thin die to cut the thin lambskin.
So you cut that with, that's leather too.
That is leather, but it's much thinner and it's a different die.
Okay. And then you have a couple of other examples. That purple necklace has a lot of beadwork on it too.
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
It's really very multimedia, which of course is such a great trend. You could do anything, mix up anything.
And it looks good with the silk ribbon. I like combining the different elements. I'm
I do
excited
too.
that you put some pearls on that middle bracelet too.
Thank you.
That's fun.
It is fun. I just stitched them right on.
That's easy. Let's talk too about the brown necklace. This is a different kind of piece.
It is. In fact, Candie Cooper made this.
All right, one of our other guests.
Yeah.
Great.
What she did is remarkable. It's just, it could be worn with jeans, or it would really even go with evening wear.
I love the multi-strand design, and it looks like she did some folding there too.
She did, and she took a piece that was generally used for a bracelet and cut it down and made it into little pieces that combine the chain.
Yeah, so like a folded bail. That is
That's
cool.
right.
And how about the bracelet in front with the turquoise there?
It's got its own findings as well, so you just glue them in. And so if you see on that piece, that's the die that she cut these from.
Oh,
so it's supposed to
diamond shapes. And they're
right, the
supposed to
diamond
lay
and
out
circle.
flat like that.
Right.
Cool.
So that's the die that she actually used to cut her component pieces.
Okay, and is that one riveted together? It just
Actually,
looks like
that just looks like
All
it.
right.
Those are fake rivets. here.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
You've always got something up your sleeve. Well, thank you so
Easy.
much. These are some great ideas.
Thank you. You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Jill.